Hi, I'm going to be pulling an oracle card for this week so we can get some messages and some clarity on some of the things that are going to be going on. This is my oracle deck. It's called Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish and artwork by Jasmine Beckett-Griffith. Spirit, I'm wanting to get messages for the collective for this week. Ooh. I'll take the two that flipped up. The whole deck kind of went all over, but I'm going to take the two that flipped out upright, the only two. Okay, so we got the Fairy of the Highlands. It's time to be brave. And the Lantern Fairy, a clear solution. Okay. And each of these oracle cards has a little definition about what they are about, what they entail. I'm gonna find this one real quick. Okay, so this is the message for the first card that came out. Card 20, Fairy of the Highlands. Message, it's time to be brave. About the Fairy of the Highlands. The Fairy of the Highlands does not want to fight. She feels it is not in her nature. She wants to resolve disputes peacefully, but she will fight if it must come to that. And she is showing you now that you, too, have the means to stand up for yourself. Even though you have almost chronically avoided conflict and allowed others to take advantage, it's time to take up the sword. Step into that part of yourself that knows how to take a stand. Speak the truth and do not back down when the threat of conflict looms. It may seem unnatural and wrong and frightening, and this little fairy knows it. But it is time, and this giving up of what you have worked so hard for in order to avoid conflict or confrontation is no longer right. Take the stand and hold up the sword. The Fairy of the Highlands will be there with you, and when the threat is over, she will help you celebrate your victory. Then there's a little message here. It says, the Fairy of the Highlands speaks. See, this is my sword of power. I have long feared to use it, but now I must grow strong and take it up as you must too. The thought of wielding it, of hurting anything or anyone makes me sad, but I know what must be done, and I must learn to fight the good fight and stand up for what I believe in. Although I have been told that I must not be aggressive, in fact, I must now take up my arms against this trouble and finish it for good. I am going into battle, and for that I feel sorrow. But I will be fearless and strong and do what needs to be done. I may bathe my sword in tears, but I no longer hold it back when the threat that approaches relies on my fear for its victory. I will no longer give away my power so easily. This time I will take back what is mine. The divination message on this card, it says, the time of truce is over. It's time to speak your truth and be strong. People have been taking over your ground, wanting what you have worked hard for without doing the work themselves. They have done so by taking advantage of your peaceful nature. But enough is enough. Sad as it is time to change this, to cut away the cords between you and those who have taken so much, and now you will go into battle. Yes, it is sad. Yes, the Highland Fairy is sad for you. But do not allow sorrow and guilt to neglect self-protection. Honor yourself, raise your sword, and do not back down. That is it for that card. And give me just a second here. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to find where the description for the Lantern Fairy is. Okay, here is card number 24, the Lantern Fairy. Message, a clear solution. About the Lantern Fairy. This sweet fairy is showing you a way through a barrier you have reached in your life. This may be in an area of your life, but it does feel that you have come up against a very solid obstacle. This gentle fairy with her bright lantern can take you to a place in this wall that has already come down, so you can move through this obstacle without force, or fear. Your only requirement is to trust this fairy and then take down several bricks after you've moved through. So the wall between this world and the next, your love and your life becomes slowly less and less solid. The wall is coming down. This is the fairy's role to help you move beyond the wall. Trust her, she will guide you. The fairy, or the lantern fairy, speaks. Sometimes people say you should be cautious about where information is coming from, and that is indeed true. I am simply holding up the lantern I carry and gently letting you see the likely outcome of the decisions you are making and offering a clear solution to the problem at hand. Something has come to an end, a true end, and you have, as they say, hit the wall. You could be digging under it or climbing over it, or you could try taking down the wall brick by brick. But if you follow me, I can show you a place where the wall has already come down and where you can move through this obstacle without pain. Do not think this is cheating. There have been others who have come this way, and while you can tread the path the way you wish, I can help you make the breakthrough. Find the passageway you were looking for. My guidance is safe, clear, and gentle. I am not here to send you in a false direction. I am here to clear the way and light the path. It is up to you whether you make it harder than it needs to be. I'll show you the way, trust me. Now, the divination message on this card. It says, a way through a life challenge will present itself. Stubborn thinking can be changed. Old patterns are being removed little by little, but will need trust. Old shielding against certain energies needs to be replaced and reworked, as it is no longer in line with what you wish for, and it may, in fact, may be proving to be a barrier, which is keeping you isolated instead of protected. Trust where the light leads you. Go where you can find, or where you can feel true love, kindness, and freedom. Avoid all that comes from anger, hatred, judgment, blame, and ridicule. And that is it. Those are the 2 messages we have for the week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe.